Hello students, as in my previous video I explained you active and passive voice of present and past tense. So today in this video I'll explain you active and passive voice of future tense, that how we can use our future tense. Okay, so for this, first of all students, you have to just look at this table that I just made for you. So this is our future tense. Now how we can use this? So first of all students, in our future tense there would be only four aspects, that is first indefinite, second negative, perfect and negative. Okay, so if our active voice is in the form of indefinite, अगर हमारा जो active voice है future में वो indefinite का जो है वो tense represent करता है, like there would be will, shall plus v1. So mainly nowadays we are only using will. आजकल हम will ही ज़्यादा use कर रहे हैं, but we can also follow this step because basically we are using only will. So we can just say here will, shall plus v1. Okay, so when you have this kind of active voice, then you will use here in a passive voice will, shall be, means to say you have to add a one word, that would be be plus v3. v3 would be the same as we are using v3 in our active and passive voice. So once again, अगर हमारे पास active voice में will, shall plus v1 हो, then we will write will, shall be plus v3. Okay, so like we can make a sentence, he will paint the walls. He will paint the walls. Okay, so next is our negative sentence. So if our sentence would be negative, so how we can just write an answer for this? Okay, so in our active voice, first of all, if there would be will, shall, not plus v1, then we have to add a one thing, that we will just write there will, shall, not be plus v3. So students, little bit it would be difficult for you to learn, but it's very easy. If you will try, if you will practice for this, then definitely you will come to know that how you will use this active and passive voice. Okay, if your sentence would be in a not, okay, so you will write there will, shall, not be plus v3. So for example, I have a sentence, I can say we shall not buy eggs. Okay, we shall not buy eggs. Done. So this is our negative sentence. Now we will just move to perfect tense, and as you know that in a perfect we use has, have, had. Okay, so but in future tense we will use will, shall, have प्लस v3. और अगर हमारा एक्टिव वॉइस जो है, एक्टिव वॉइस में हमारे will, shall, have प्लस v3 आपको दिखे and that is perfect, then you will just use one single word, that would be been. तो आपने क्या यूज़ करना है उसके साथ? been. will, shall, have been प्लस v3. will, shall, have been प्लस v3. ये कब यूज़ होगा? when you have your perfect tense, जब आपका कोई भी सेंटेंस जो है वो परफेक्ट हो. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, we will have watched television. we will have watched television. Okay, so next is students the last, that is negative. So how can we use our negative sentence? If there would be same, like हमने पहले indefinite का negative किया, right? अब हम perfect का negative करेंगे, that would be, उसके साथ क्या होगा? सिर्फ नोट लग जाएगा. ठीक है, जैसे perfect में आया will, shall, have plus v3, but वही हमने negative में लिखना है, then we will write will, shall, have, not plus v3. but अगर हमने इसी sentence को in a passive voice we have to change, then we will write will, shall, have, not been plus v3. What we will say? will, shall, have, not been plus v3. So this is all about our future tense. Okay, because that would be a little bit easy for you if you will just try to practice for this. So I just want to suggest you that please try to write down these all rules. Okay, so for this we can also make, like in a negative we can make, we shall not have taught you. Okay, so this is sentence that we can make for the negative. So next is, students, as now I explain you about the table, that rules are just given there, but now I'll just give you examples also. So here, as you're seeing, that future indefinite tense. So future indefinite, if that would be in active form, अगर उसकी active form है हमारी future indefinite की, कि वहाँ पे sentence है, the doctor will examine the patients. The doctor will examine the patients. So first of all, the first step is to make our object as a subject and a subject as an object. So my object would be subject. So object is the patient. So I just write it as an object. As a subject, now I just write there the patients. The patients. Now if there would be will shall plus v1, तो हमने क्या use करना है? be word. Okay. So will be examined. Third form, examined by, then our subject would be our object. So it would be by the doctor. The patients will be examined by the doctor. Okay. So second sentence is about the future perfect. Then we have to use how we will identify कि ये हमारा future perfect tense है, because we were using perfect as a has or have. Okay, but in a future उसके साथ एक चीज़ ऐड होती है, will and shall. But nowadays there is only using one thing, that is will. But I'm trying to telling you that we can also use a shall, but try to use more and more only will. Okay. So Mohan will have posted the letter. जब मैंने ये sentence देखा तो इसको मैंने identify किया that this is future perfect, right? So इसको passive form में बताते हुए I'll just write first of all my object as a subject. So that would be the letter, then will have been posted by Mohan. Because if the sentence is will have, then we have to add will have been, shall have been. Okay. So next is about the negative. And if we have a negative sentence like I will not teach this lesson, I will not teach this lesson. So first of all, my object would be my subject. This lesson will not be taught by me. There would be be. Okay, this lesson will not be taught by me. I change into me. By mistake I just wrote there by, it's be word. Okay, this lesson will not be taught by me. Okay, so next is they will not have ironed their uniforms. Again, the first step is to make our object as a subject. So I'll just write there the uniforms. Then will not have, I just found that this is a negative, right? So I'll just write there will not have been ironed by they change into them. So students, that was all about your negative sentences. Okay, so I hope so that you will find this video very useful.